A O, I A E, I A E, A E, A E, A U A A, A U A A, O A A, I, on, in E. You know, the title doesn't intend to really offend anybody. It would be in the best interest of everyone to change the title and alter it. Some controversy that was created because of the director, something that that. लेकिन मैं नहीं मानता कि हर चीज पर रिएक्ट करना चाहिए या फिर हर चीज को बहुत सीरियसली लेना चाहिए. जो आपको सही लगता है, you can obviously absorb it. The rest can be just ignored. I believe that's.
Hello everyone and welcome to midday.com. Today I'm in conversation with actor and first-time producer Tusshar Kapoor. Hi Tushar, how are you doing?
It's going good. A little hectic, but great.
So Tushar, how does it feel taking the plunge as a producer for the very first time?
I can write a book on it. It's been a long journey. It's been a very fruitful journey, and work with the best in the business, like Raghav Lawrence, Akshay Kumar sir, Kiara Advani, and all the technicians and everyone involved with this film. So very, very fruitful, very, very insightful, and I've learned a lot. But it's been a tough journey. I hope it's all going to be worth it soon.
Right. So what made you choose this as your first film? What was it that drew you towards this particular movie?
The story, the subject. I saw Kanchana, the original film, quite a few years back, around 8 years back, and I was bowled over by its entertainment and its the whole presentation, the grammar, the performances. I found it a complete Hindi film, and I was completely taken aback by how well they had made it and how differently they had brought in a new concept and integrated it into the whole commercial format so well. I wanted to be a part of it in some way, and I thought that if I can buy the rights, then why not produce a film? So it just happened by chance.
And when you saw the film, did you want to alter anything to suit the audiences of the North? Did you think that anything needed to change?
We wanted to keep the essence of the original film intact. We didn't want to change that because it's a blockbuster, a tried and tested narrative and style and grammar, which even Hindi film audiences like. The style and grammar of a typical commercial film. However, we wanted to update it. We wanted to change a few things to suit the hero that we have in mind. So it was a very natural adaptation that we did. We did alter a few things that would probably mean tweaking, but we didn't really change the film and its essence.
Yeah, coming to the hero of the film, I mean, Akshay Kumar is like one of the leading stars in Bollywood today. What was it like working with him?
I think everyone in the industry knows, everyone in India knows how cool a human being he is, how sorted, how fit, how disciplined, how honest he is with his work as far as an actor is concerned. And that is the reason for his longevity and the energy, of course, everyone knows also because he is one of the very few actors who churns out so much content every year and it's all working because he's so hardworking. So that was also something that we had to experience. He was on time, he was always focused, he was always accommodating where schedules are concerned, where dates are concerned. And he's a friend, he will always advise you what needs to be advised. If there's something that he doesn't feel is right, he will tell you honestly that this is an area that needs to be worked on. So he's a great team player also.
Do you remember any particular moment on set or anything, that you really took back from this whole experience?
I don't have one memory really. I have several memories. However, I remember the very first day of the shoot. We were shooting by the pool in a club somewhere in I think it was Powai or Bhayandar or somewhere there. There was like a resort kind of a club and we were doing a poolside song. And we wanted to click a picture at the end of the shoot with the clapperboard because it was the first day of the shoot. So he just came up with this great idea. He said, come on, you guys come in the water. So Shavina and myself, we were the producers of this film. We were dry and we were very clean. He said, chalo, pani mein aa jao. तो कियारा को भी पानी में जाना पड़ा. बेचारी ने कपड़े तो बहुत अच्छे पहने थे, कपड़े चेंज करके आना पड़ा उससे. उसको पानी में जाना पड़ा, मुझे पानी में जाना पड़ा. मैंने तो कुछ कपड़े चेंज के तौर पे पहने भी नहीं थे. तो मैं भी गया, शबीना भी गई और हमने फोटो लिया, फिर बाद में जाकर हम लोग को ड्रेसमैन दादा से बोरो कर रहे थे अंडरवेयर और सब, ताकि घर कैसे जाए हम लोग, so we had to get fresh clothes on the dressman. So he's I won't call him a prankster, but he's a very spontaneously happy person, and he comes up with these gags and these great ideas to keep everybody very happy and positive. तब जाके energy आती है फिल्म में.
Right, right. He didn't, apart from that, he didn't pull any other prank on you, na?
No. He's, all the actors I've worked with, he has worked with me in Khaki also, many, many years back. तो अब मैं पुराना पाजी हो गया हूँ सबकी तरह. So they don't play pranks on me, but yeah, they don't target me. But it's okay even if they do. They're seniors, and it's okay. It's all in fun. It's all in the right spirit of filmmaking.
Right. All right. So, but Tushar, coming to the name of the film, Laxmi Bomb, the name was changed overnight to Laxmi. Had trouble been brewing for a while, or did it just happen suddenly?
I won't be able to answer this question because the distributors and all of us together have dealt with this issue, and it's quite a non-issue because whatever has been spoken and said in the media and social media is not something that I really pay attention to. But it was a conscious decision after speaking to the officials in the censor board who saw the film, and they felt that even though the title doesn't intend to really offend anybody, it would be in the best interest of everyone to change the title and alter it. So we went ahead with that. So it's not something that has been forced upon us. It's just something that we have collaborated together and come to a conclusion. And all's well that ends well.
Of course. So was this like one of the challenges, or did you face any other big challenge while producing this film?
We've had a couple of challenges, but I think those challenges have really made the film bigger, because every time there was a challenge, the film started trending. And the excitement became more, whether it was the COVID challenge or whether it was some controversy that was created because of the director, or something that that wasn't really entirely true, but it was blown out of proportion, and then suddenly became this challenge to really not react to this controversy, which is not really there. But it just made the film trend, and then when the film was announced, also initially it got a lot of hype. So I think the challenges have only made the film bigger, because we have not spoken or done anything to do with regards to creating publicity for this film. But this film has only created publicity for itself on its own, which I hope is a good thing eventually.
How are you coming to terms with the films releasing on OTT instead of the big screen? Because this is like one movie which you would have loved to see in a theater. So what are your thoughts on this?
I would think that let's look at it positively, that we might not be able to go to the theater and see it, but we can now see it at home. We can now see it wherever we want at home, whichever room you want to go to and watch it. You want to watch it on your phone, you want to watch it on your iPad, you want to watch it in your office. You don't have to really book any seat. You don't have to wait for your friends. You don't have to take your grandparents and go somewhere far away. You can watch it with them at home. So I think I'd like to look at it as it's made it easier. So even though there's something that we have to sacrifice, there's something else that we've gained also, and we might be able to really reach an even wider audience now. So I'm looking at it more positively. I'm looking at it as if अभी डबल ट्रिपल लोग देख सकेंगे, या फिर एक ही आदमी उसी अकाउंट पे 2 3 4 बार देख सकेगा.
Absolutely. Also, Tushar, your sister has been in the business for over 2 decades now. So did you seek any advice from her, or any words of wisdom that she shared with you on your first production?
Not really. In fact, there have been a number of people who are alongside me producing this film, like Shabina. There's Foxstar Studios who is distributing it, and Akshay sir, when he came in as an actor, he also came in as a producer. So many intelligent minds and so much experience on the table. I didn't really need to ask anybody for advice. But my sister, my family was always there for moral support. So she used to definitely ask me how things are going and what's happening, but she never really gave me any tips, because I've also been in the industry as long as her. And she knows that, we all really learn on the job. We can't really get some words of wisdom from somebody else, and then that doesn't mean that nothing wrong is going to happen. You're still going to fall. You have to pick yourself up and fight your battles yourself.
Right, absolutely. Tushar, another thing was, the audience over the past few years has changed on how they view content and what they see. So, how do you look at this, in terms of filmmaking?
You're saying as far as the audience has changed?
Yeah, like the way they view content has changed. What they look for in stories has changed. So, how do
Yes,
you?
definitely the audience wants freshness. They want new stories. They want new characters. And even though I believe that the audience will never get tired of entertainment, and if you want to reach a wide audience, then entertainment should be the mantra, and you have to make people laugh or cry or get scared or even get interested or get engrossed or thrilled. These aspects of a film will never be outdated. They will always be there. But obviously, the packaging has to change, and you have to come with some new genres. Like horror comedy is a new genre. You have to bring new characters in that, like how Laxmi is a new character. So it has to be a good mix of the old and the new.
Right.
And अंदर तो हम सब देसी ही हैं, तो
Right.
देसी चीजें हमेशा चलेंगी, लेकिन एक नए अंदाज में.
Right. Also, but at the same time, how careful do you have to be as a producer, to ensure that, obviously you're not trying to hurt any sentiments, but how careful you have to be while putting across a certain point or while, putting out maybe, your thoughts in a way on screen.
I always speak from my heart, and as far as the content on screen is concerned, yes, you have to be responsible, and there's no right answer but what is appropriate or not. But I guess we all know, as per our culture, how something is appropriate and how something is not appropriate. So you have to go with your instincts. You have to go with the fabric, the socio-cultural fabric of the country, and take a collective decision with everyone's opinion in mind. And that's the best way to go about it. You can't just use freedom of expression the way you want it to be. That's my belief. At the same time, of course, we've always had the liberty in films to show things that may not really have any connection to reality. Lost and found हो या फिर भूतों की बातें हो या फिर स्विस लव स्टोरीज हो या फिर रीइंकार्नेशन की बातें हो. बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो हम सिनेमैटिक लिबर्टीज के तौर पर तो करते ही हैं. वो ठीक है. आई थिंक वो तो मजा आता है उन सब चीजों को देखकर.
Absolutely. And Tushar, while there are fans on one side, there's a lot of negativity also on social media. How do you deal with it, or how do you deal to overcome?
I think इतना मतलब मीडिया आ गया है, सोशल मीडिया आ गया है, सारे मतलब इतने सारे एप्स आ गए हैं, इतने सारे मीम्स आ गए हैं लोगों को मतलब अपनी फीलिंग्स एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए. आई थिंक विद दिस लॉकडाउन तो मतलब लोगों का जो एक गुस्सा है, जो भी उनके अंदर जो भी तनाव है, जो फीलिंग्स हैं उनकी, सोशल मीडिया के जरिए वो बाहर तो आ ही सकती हैं, एंड दे हैव अ राइट टू डू दैट. लेकिन मैं नहीं मानता कि हर चीज पर रिएक्ट करना चाहिए या फिर हर चीज को बहुत सीरियसली लेना चाहिए. जो आपको सही लगता है, यू कैन ऑब्वियसली अब्सॉर्ब इट. द रेस्ट कैन बी जस्ट इग्नोर्ड. आई बिलीव that's what life is about, to strike a balance between what needs to be focused on and what doesn't need to be focused on.
And like you just said, the lockdown has also changed people in so many ways. So what was it like for you, and how did you get, time to spend with your son, Lakshya?
वेल घर पे रहने के बाद तो मतलब काम और ज्यादा बढ़ गया, क्योंकि लक्ष्य की होम स्कूलिंग करनी पड़ी मुझे उसके साथ घर पे बैठ के. और फिर उसको मतलब नीचे ले जाके खिलाना, बिकॉज अभी तो स्कूल नहीं था, पार्क्स बंद थे, तो यू हैव टू हैव सम एक्टिविटी इन द इवनिंग्स. एंड फिर बच्चों के मूड संभालना, फिर उसके अलावा मेरा काम करना, लक्ष्मी बॉम्ब की पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन संभालना, लक्ष्मी बॉम्ब के फाइनेंस संभालना, फिर मेरी एक दूसरी फिल्म है उसकी डबिंग करना, एंड जिम का भी जो वक्त मैं निकालता हूँ वो भी पूरा करना. तो बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें थी जो घर पर बैठ के करनी पड़ी. लेकिन एक अच्छा उससे चेंज मिला. मुझे ऐसा लगा नहीं कि लॉकडाउन में दुनिया बंद हो गई है या फिर बोरिंग हो गया. लेकिन मुझे ताज्जुब होता है जब लोग बोलते हैं कि इट्स सो बोरिंग. आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड इट.
Has he seen any of your films, Golmaal or?
He hasn't started seeing movies only. He watches more cartoons and he watches animated films, a little bit on YouTube. He watches videos जो उसके schools को भेजते हैं videos. He loves देशभक्ति के गाने, उसको बहुत पसंद है, पुराने जमाने के. I don't know how. उसको सारे जो ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट के देशभक्ति गाने वो बहुत पसंद है और मैं जो इंग्लिश गाने सुनाता हूँ उसे लाइक गर्ल्स लाइक यू वो सब भी बहुत पसंद है उसे लेकिन अभी तक उसको बॉलीवुड का कीड़ा अभी तक पकड़ा नहीं है उसने तो उसके लिए अभी टाइम है.
So when that does happen, what's the first movie that you plan to show him?
I want to show him Golmaal, of course. Yes.
And you know, Golmaal is of course one of your most famous.
He's just singing Burj Khalifa गाना देखता रहता है वो.
Yeah.
He sees it with his. She keeps showing कि पापा का गाना है पापा ऐसे पापा गाने में नहीं लेकिन पापा का गाना है. So he loves watching Burj Khalifa. He's a very big fan of Akshay sir. So
Yeah.
he keeps this is Akshay's photo. This is Akshay sir. And then when he's seeing him in the normal getup, he says he cut his hair. And then when he sees him as Laxmi, he says, "Oh, he's looking scary."
Right. Of course, this is a scary film, and I mean, are we like going to be really scared looking at it, or are we going to be laughing while enjoying this?
Both. I think
horror comedy.
Akshay Kumar sir जब आती है तो हालांकि उसमें एक्शन हो या डर हो या फिर कुछ सीरियस बात हो एंटरटेनमेंट तो होगा ही हंसी मजाक तो होगा ही फॉर श्योर लेकिन उसके साथ साथ लाइक इन भूल भुलैया देयर वाज अ गुड मिक्स ऑफ लाफ्टर एंड फियर.
Yeah.
And here we have a very different avatar for Akshay sir, which he has excelled in, which he has really, set a new benchmark with, and that is Laxmi. So, वो एक सबसे बड़ा USP है इस फिल्म का.
And we are really looking forward to it. So lastly, Tushar, I'm sure you get this a lot, but in your Golmaal avatar, will you be able to tell people how to go and watch Laxmi?
Of course. A O I I A I I I A I A I A I A U E A A U E A O E A I on in I.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tushar. That was amazing. And wish you all the best. Really looking forward to seeing Laxmi. And
Thank you so much.
okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.